Welcome to my madness, ladies and gentlemen, and I know in a previous video I said that I wasn't that interested in picking up the new Black Panther from the Wakanda Forever wave. Because I wasn't. And then I got it anyway. So, there it is. I mean, it is what it is, but we've got the figure here. We've got it all nice and packaged up, and we'll see, hopefully, what is supposed to be in there is in there. Gotta love the new plastic-free packaging. So, let's go ahead, crack this guy open, and see what we've got inside. Alright, so we got him out of the package. Let's look at accessories real quick first, and you get fisted hands. That's it. That's the only accessory you get for Black Panther. I get it's Black Panther, but, I mean, come on, something? I don't know. Would have been nice. Anyway, you also do get the Attuma Build-A-Figure left leg, which is cool, I guess. But here's the thing. Attuma is supposed to be a really big guy. In the comics, he was always huge. Even in the movie, they got a pretty big guy to play the role. And when you put him here next to Black Panther, while the leg is a little taller, it's actually skinnier than Black Panther's leg. So, if I ever do decide to finish this Build-A-Figure, not too sure it's going to be that great. But there you go. Anyway, alright. Got the figure here, and not a lot going on here, but it's Black Panther. It's comic book Black Panther, so you know you expect not really much sculpt, and we do get the sculpting here on the boots and on the gloves there. So you do have that, and we do have a belt, just a solid black plastic belt, but that's something, I guess. The hands do look nice with the claws. So I like that. And it is a good frame. I mean, this is a good buck to use for Black Panther. It is beefier than the old Bucky cap that was used forever. This is the Vulcan body, I believe. It does look good. I mean, this is a good-looking Black Panther figure for a comic book version. It looks good. I like it. Not a lot going on here, but it looks good. The cape is nice. You know, it's mostly a hard plastic cape. There's a tiny, tiny little bit of flex in there, but not much. But it's a nice short cape. It's done well. I like, you know, the straps across and the collar and everything. Face sculpt on this thing looks good. Kind of looks like Batman, but that's okay. But they did a good job. I mean, you know, it's a very simple figure. There's not a lot going on here. There's not much to talk about, but it's a good Black Panther. You know, I might at some point do a little bit of a wash on the boots and the gloves just to bring out the lines in it, because it would have been nice had those been painted. That would have, I think, made a huge difference in this. But, you know, it is what it is. This is a fairly simple character design, and so they went with this, and it works. It works. Nothing wrong with it. But, you know, not a lot going on here as far as paint goes. Sculpt is fine. And, you know, as far as articulation goes, no need to go into it. Basic, standard Marvel Legends articulation. We do have pinless knees and elbows, double jointed bicep cuts. We do have the butterfly joints up here in the shoulders. You know, standard ankles, standard wrists. We've got the ab crunch there. Head is on a ball joint, so you get some decent movement there. Nothing to write home about, guys. It's a good basic figure. It's solid. It's well done. It's accurate to the character. There's not really much more you can say about it other than that. So, let's go ahead, throw up some comparisons here, and see how this guy stacks up. Alright, so of course we got to throw him up against some other Black Panthers. On the left, we've got the great Bucky Cap Black Panther that's kind of been the go-to comic Black Panther for many years now at this point. I love this guy. He's got a smaller frame because the Bucky Cap frame is smaller than most modern figures, but I love the boots and the gloves and the belt on this. I like the darker gray where we actually have painted in stripes on these things. And I love the belt. The belt has, you know, it's mostly a gray belt, so these things just kind of pop on this figure. Whereas on the new one, maybe not so much. And then, of course, on the right, we got King T'Challa, old school Toy Biz figure. Love this thing. Love the gold accents, the cape, the claws. You got gold claws on the hands. You got claws on the feet. These two are amazing figures, and they're really the reason why I wasn't that concerned with getting this new one. But I can say, as far as the new one goes, you know, it is a good buck for a modern figure. as time has gone on, these figures have gotten a little bit bigger and a little bit bigger over the years. And so having something that scales maybe a little better with more modern figures like this one does, definitely does work. All right, and then of course we'll throw them up against some movie MCU versions of Black Panther. Of course, on the left we've got the Black Panther from the first Black Panther movie, and on the right we've got my favorite, which is the one from Civil War. And I don't know why I like that one better. It just looks more like he's wearing armor, which for MCU, I don't know, I just feel like it's more appropriate. But either way, these are two great figures. And I like that this comic version, though, is actually bigger than both of them. He's taller, he's bulkier, everything. And when you're talking about a comic book version of a character, you know, they're always going to be bigger and bulkier than a normal human being, so I think it works really well. Alright, so I just wanted to play around with the capes here real quick and show you guys. So I put the cape from the new figure on the old school Bucky Cap figure, and it works perfectly. I think it looks great. Really makes this character pop a little bit more. I really dig it there. And then on the new one, I went ahead and put the cape from the King T'Challa figure on here, and it looks pretty good. Probably not as good as this cape does, but if you want to go for a more regal look, you've got that there. And then just removing the cape in general from the old school King T'Challa one just kind of makes him look a lot more buff and ripped. So pretty cool there. Anyway, just wanted to show you guys that. Alright, so let's talk price here real quick, and this guy comes in at the entry-level price for a Marvel Legend of $25. Is it worth it? Yes. Yes, it is. Look, it's a good figure. It's a good Black Panther figure. It's a good representation of the character. They've used a more modern sculpt for it with the Vulcan body, and it works. It works really well for the character, and I like it. The question then becomes is, do you need it? Well, maybe, maybe not. Look, if you don't have a Black Panther figure in your collection, yes, this is a no-brainer. This is a great comic book representation of Black Panther. If, however, you have the Bucky Cap figure, or like I do, the Bucky Cap figure and the King T'Challa figure, you don't need this one. Those are still really good figures. But if you need or want a new Black Panther, this is a really good choice. It is worth the price, and while I didn't need it, and honestly didn't really want it, I am still glad I got it in my collection at this point, because I do like the figure. I think some stuff maybe could have been done better, like, you know, a little bit of paint to the gloves, maybe a gray belt to match the gloves and boots as opposed to a black one, but those are minor gripes. It's still a really good figure. So, yeah, that's basically it. All right, guys, that is my opinion. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think. Do you like Black Panther? Do you care about this figure? Do you already have the old figures? What's going on there with your collection? Let me know. I'm interested to hear about it. And as always, guys, thanks for watching, and remember to enjoy your collection.